The letter that changed everything. For years, I had dreamed of hearing one simple word from my son, Mom. But every time I heard him call me by my name, my heart quietly broke. His name was Daniel. I had raised him since he was 4 years old. I packed his lunches. I stayed awake when he was sick. I attended every school meeting. I was there for his first day of school, his first award, his first heartbreak. But there was always one painful truth. Daniel never called me Mom. He always called me Sarah. I tried to understand. I never forced him. I believed that one day, when he was ready, he would say it himself. But I never expected that day to come because of a letter. One evening, I was cleaning Daniel's room while he was at college. Inside an old wooden box, I found a sealed envelope. My name was written on it. For Daniel. Give this to him when he is ready. I immediately recognized the handwriting. It belonged to Daniel's biological mother, the woman who had left his life when he was only 4. My hands began to shake. I had never opened anything that belonged to her. That letter was meant for Daniel, so I left it exactly where I found it. That night, when Daniel came home, I placed the envelope on the table. He stared at it. His face suddenly became pale. Where did you find this? In your old box. He picked it up but didn't open it. For several minutes, he simply held it. Then he whispered, I've been afraid of this letter my whole life. I sat beside him. You don't have to read it tonight. He looked at me. You'll stay? I smiled through my tears. Always. Daniel finally opened the envelope. He read the first few lines silently. Then his eyes filled with tears. He handed the letter to me. I can't read anymore. I looked at him. Are you sure? He nodded. So I began reading. The letter said, My dear Daniel, if you're reading this, you're old enough to understand that I didn't leave because you weren't loved. I left because I was not strong enough to be the mother you deserved. I know another woman raised you. Her name is Sarah. She may not have given birth to you, but if she stayed when I left, if she held you when you cried, if she protected you when you were afraid, then she gave you something I couldn't. A mother is not only the person who gives you life. A mother is the person who chooses you every single day. Please don't punish her for my mistakes. And if you ever feel ready, call her what she truly is, Mom. Love, your birth mother. The room became completely silent. Daniel covered his face. And for the first time in years, I saw the little boy I had once held in my arms. Not the angry teenager, not the distant young man, just my son. He looked at me. I thought calling you Mom meant I was betraying her. My heart broke. I reached for his hand. You never had to choose between us. He started crying. I was so confused. I know. You stayed. I nodded. You stayed when I pushed you away. I smiled through my tears. I told you I'd always stay. He stood up and walked toward me. Then he hugged me. The kind of hug I had secretly wished for years. And against my shoulder, I heard the word I had been waiting for. Mom. I couldn't breathe. I closed my eyes. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I whispered, Say it again. He smiled through his tears. Mom. That one word healed years of silence. A few months later, Daniel graduated from college. As he walked across the stage, I stood in the crowd with tears in my eyes. When he received his degree, he looked directly at me. Then he smiled. After the ceremony, he ran toward me. Mom! I laughed and hugged him tightly. You finally said it without crying. He laughed. I think I've had enough crying for a lifetime. We both smiled. But deep inside, I knew something had changed forever. I had never needed Daniel to call me Mom to prove that I was his mother. I had already loved him like my son. But that day, he finally understood something important. Love isn't always about who gave you life. Sometimes it's about who stayed when life became difficult. And sometimes one simple word can heal a heart that has been waiting for years. Mom. The end. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay connected for more emotional stories that remind us of the power of love and family.